Yeah. You already know it's the galactic one. L. We back cracking spells. Shout out to all the galactic guardians, 720 degrees. Shout out to the whole everybody living in that universal right order. Shout out to the House of Consciousness. House of Consciousness Connecticut chapter. This message being brought to you by K.O.R TV, Kingdom of Righteousness TV. The show was called Wake Up Sheeple. Y'all already know how I do. We about to jump right into the demonstration. I shade all the great prophets, ancestors, aiders, messiahs, messengers who came before, making this platform available so we could be here today giving you the message. I say, jumping right into the demo. You know how I like to do on this holy day. You know what I'm saying? On this holy day, we're going to do the math for the day. That's that 8/16/2024. Right? They get you to 9. They get you to 15. They get you to 17. They get you to 19. And that gets you to 23. So the Michael Jordan for the day was all being born to power. Power refinement. The truth that'll change things. You know, power refinement. You write that down. You know, you're talking about that holy breath. What's the truth? You know what I'm saying? That's where the power lies. You know what I'm saying? So today is the holy day, frigid day, the day of Venus, the day of that oceanic love. So, you know, love is the only saving power in this world. So we're going to deal with that refinement. We're going to change things. We're going to try to change y'all mentality right now and give y'all another way to look at things and just another perspective and angle of light, where y'all maybe could see, you know, life from a different spectrum. Now, we're going to jump into the topic for the day is mysticism. The topic for the day is mysticism. And what is mysticism? Mysticism is the belief that the union with the absorption into the deity or the absolute, or the spiritual apprehension of knowledge, inaccessible to the intellect. Only way it may be obtained is through contemplation and self-surrendering. The only way you may obtain this spiritual high knowledge or be one with God, as we say, is through contemplation and self-surrendering. It is the belief that you have direct knowledge of God, spiritual truth, or ultimate reality can be obtained through this subjective experience, such as intuition or insight. That's how you obtain these things, in your intuition or through insight, like a vision. You heard? You did? So this is what they say in the definition of it, but they did have another description of it, another definition as well. And it was interesting because I find that they were saying the people that was against mysticism, you know, that these are the people that said, fuck that, we got to make the definition about that too. So it says, belief characterized by self-delusion or dreamy confusions of thought, especially when based on the assumption of the occult qualities or mysterious agencies. So as you can see here, there was people who felt that mysticism was some occulty crazy shit, delusional, all this other shit, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Somebody had to slander it as well. So it wasn't just, you know, spiritual. To everybody didn't see it as a way to get to tap into the source, as we say today, right? So mysticism, when you look at things through the mysticism lens, like the Bible per se, when you see words in the New Testament when Jesus is talking to like the priests and the scribes and stuff like that, that is saying like the priests would be like organized religion, like what we see today. You know, all your Catholic, you know, the popes and the TD Jakes and all of these organized churches and all of this type of stuff. That's basically who he was talking to. He was talking to the motherfuckers we going to today. Like, that's the reality of it. That's who he would have been talking to in the Bible. When they say these words, he went to the chief priest dude and he was talking to the elders, and the motherfuckers he was telling them why y'all ain't going within and all of that shit. That's what he was saying. Turning over tables and temple, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. This was symbolic to saying that them niggas wasn't right and exact. the priests and the scribes, because the scribes would be like Bible interpreters. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it's a certain thing I was reading on the vineyard, right? It was a vineyard in Matthew 21, 33, 46. He talks about this vineyard, and it describes it as having this hedge around it. So not anybody could get into the vineyard, right? That's basically what they were saying. Not anybody could enter this vineyard because it had a hedge around it, right? So what are they talking about here? They're talking about that 90% of the brain that people can't really access unless you go through that certain form of contemplation and self-surrender and etc. or whatever. You got to go there to get there. You know what I'm saying? And then in the scriptures of Matthew and all that, it continue to say about how the vineyard had a tower in it. And you know what I'm saying? It was describing the whole scenery and all of that, right? So the tower was symbolic because the tower is you, right? Basically sitting, you got to go up in the tower. Go up in the tower. Go to the top of the tower and watch. You dig what I'm saying? That's what we were supposed to have been doing. Watching over the vineyard. You know what I'm saying? To make sure motherfuckers not coming in, tearing our shit up. So that we could use that so when the grapes come, we can make the wine and press the wine and flow through the, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to do the certain shit. But we not on point, right? Because we don't know that the tower is there. You got the tower inside the vineyard. So all you got to do is go up in the fucking tower. Towers are symbolic to like watchtowers, so you're looking. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy because the word mysticism, right, is Greek in origin. And it means to close or to conceal. Mystikos, initiate, induct, include, introduce, make aware, train, familiarize. In the New Testament, mysticism is viewed as shutting the eyes and mouth to experience mysteries, to be initiated into the mystery schools. It's an initiation in the Christianity shit. You see what I'm saying? So everybody didn't have access to being the mysticism shit. That's why Jesus spoke in the parable shit. Because when you talk, everybody won't be able to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it says, back then in ancient times, only motherfuckers that was able to enter the holy places was the priests, because they was on it like, we the only ones that got access to God, because they done turned it into a business. Church is a business, you know, goes back to the Scottish word Kirk, Captain Kirk, goes back to Greece or Greek times where the god Circe would lure people in, hypnotize them, put them under spells, have them hooting and hollering, falling on the floor, acting like animals, get all their possessions, wealthy possessions, and then kick them back out. That's what Circe would do, the Greek goddess. So, overstand, the people was running the business with this thing. So they said, we the only ones that can enter the holy place. But in Peter 2:5, in the Bible, it says, if we say we are a holy priesthood, so if you part of the holy priesthood, that means you got access to enter the tower, to go inside the vineyard. But where is the vineyard? Where would the vineyard be? Where would this vineyard be? In Genesis 2:8, God planted the motherfucking garden eastward, in east. If any time you facing north, eastward gonna be on the right side of you. When you think about Numbers 2:2, like we said before, this is the breakdown of the fourfold of man, basically. And Dan represented the north, which was the emotions. Reuben represented the south, which was the physical. Ephraim represented the west, which was the intellect. And Judah represented the east, which was the spirit. The spirit lies in the east. Remember, spirit, mother spirit, matter. You know what I'm saying? In the right side of the brain. The right hemisphere. You dig? And so Even Buddha, if taking it out of Christianity to go to Buddha, even he sat at the Bodhi tree on the east when everything lit up for him, when he found that perfect peace. You see what I'm saying? So, understand, it's symbolic in mysticism. The right always gonna mean the right hemisphere of the brain, man, when they talking in these codes. You dig what I'm saying? So in Psalms 80:15, I got the Bible right here. I'm going to read it for y'all so y'all know I ain't buying bullshitting. It's always good to have a good old King Jamesy, you know. Psalms 80 to the chief musician upon, right? It says, Psalms 80:14. Return, we beseech thee, O God of the hosts. Look down from the heavens and behold and visit this vine. 15. In the vineyard which thy right hand hath planted, and the branch that thou madest strong for thyself. Do you hear what he just said right there? In the right hand that planted it. They're talking about that 90% of the brain that we don't have access to. That's like having a brand new 2024 any type of whip, a Cybertruck, motherfucker. You don't got the manuals. The manuals ain't in it, so you don't know how to use all the features in the whip. You don't know how to use all the features in the car because you don't have the manual or the instructions to see properly how to use everything. So you don't got access to all the features in your car. You only do freestyling with it. Sometimes you be like, oh shit, how I do that? And yo, I didn't know I could do that. And you go through those moments in life because you don't even understand the car that you're driving. Car no body, your car no flesh. Vehicle, vessel, that's all this really is. You gotta learn how to drive the whip. You gotta get up in the driver's seat, the pineal gland or the pineal gland, where Jacob saw God face to face. You dig what I'm saying? When that son of man in you rise up to the ram or the Aries, you heard, and then hits the east. You feel what I'm saying? And for summertime, summertime. You dig what I'm saying? We in this moment right now. So the right hemisphere of the brain is where you should be trying to get to. But like I said, you can't force it or nothing. You got to have that surrenderance. Silence. Sit still. Be still. Like water. You heard? So understand mysticism. You know what I mean? And start trying to look at life from a different perspective as you move with power and walking in truth to try to refine and change a lot of the things, change some of the ways we may see things. You know what I'm saying? It's been another galactic, glorious, holy day, y'all. Traveling in harmony. Peace.